Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back. It is race day here for McLaren Formula 1 F1 2020 game. It's back. Road to Glory 16 race season has returned. As we see, I've been vibing to my music on my iPhone. I've been writing my thoughts. I've been like, why are we not the best team? As I look at Ronald and Jeff, Jeff's basically saying, you're in the bin, you're fucked. He's saying, best of luck guys, you got this. We see Lando, our teammate. We had a great, successful qualifying. We do have really good, we have a couple more upgrades actually speaking of before we get into the rest. These are the next ones we have. Yeah, so, yeah, that's really it. But we're looking good. This car we have designed, the first few upgrades and the setup kind of adjustment that we went for there before qualifying, the little adjustments I made, it's more of a race kind of car than it is qualifying car. So we should be on for a good race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. 3.1 miles of track here at Imola featuring 19 turns, 9 to the right and 10 to the left. Remember that Imola differs from most other Formula One circuits as it's driven anti-clockwise. Let's hope no one forgets that today. The exit from turn 18 will probably be the setup for many of today's overtakes, leading as it does into the longest straight of the circuit and its only DRS zone. So here we are in 2021 at the start of another Formula One World Championship. It all begins here, Mercedes looking to retain their hold on the title, Red Bull seeking to secure their position as the main contender for that title. Ferrari, no doubt hoping for a fresh start following their difficulties last year, and elsewhere on the grid, the prospect of some really exciting battles, including between the newly rebranded Aston Martin and Alpine teams. Lots to discuss then with Anthony Davidson, who's joined me in the commentary box for today's event.
It's good to be back, Crofty. Let's hope for some good racing today. We can't know at this point how competitive these teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody is able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, the Golden Boy, and Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, and Sebastian Vettel, Gasly, Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda, and Raikkonen, Russell, Ocon, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Mick Schumacher, Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
We're doing 14 laps on mediums, then a rest on the hards. There is an alternate strategy, but this is faster. And let's begin.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start.
As we begin the formation lap,
Tires and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though.
me,
so don't go too
Verstappen
hard
on
the revs.
mediums, the rest are Anderson softs. So, with a good start, we can probably jump Verstappen. And yeah, we had a quick little moment off to start with anti-stall, so we need to get past our teammate. It's very close to get the stuff in there. Now we just need to go through all the checks, make sure the car's feeling okay, get the tyre grip, and keep the revs low so we do not eat the engine. starts will be stressful because we are running no flashbacks. So whatever happens, happens. We are running damage. It's not simulation, but I didn't want simulation just because of the fact that it's like simulation damage is just a bit too much, in my opinion. As we begin to get ready for lights out, green form, and we're good. Bit of burnout there, get the rear tyres ready. As we have the 2 Mercedes, the 2 Red Bulls, the 2 McLarens and the 2 Ferraris.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
We want to be aggressive as we can. As we get not the best start, but so does our teammate not get the best start. The Red Bull's fighting late on the brakes. There's a big moment and our teammate is spun as we try to get past the Red Bull. And we get spun
Slow down.
by the Red
Your
Bull
delta
driver.
is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
As we do lose a position because of that spin. That was really, really unfortunate. That was maybe a hectic start. What happened there is, I don't know. I think when we turned in, Lando got clipped by us as we tried to send one up the inside. He got spun around. I don't know if that was our fault or what happened. And then the Red Bull just completely shut us off. In my opinion, I feel that's just a racing incident. I dived up the inside of Max in a corner. You don't really go for the overtaking, but I was just completely alongside of him. So realistically, maybe he should have left me a bit more space, but it is what it is, and like I can't change that now. That was very unfortunate. Check the vehicle condition.
Worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
The car is luckily okay, nothing severe. I wonder, Max Verstappen seems to got away. Yeah, this is what when I was alongside Max, I went up the inside in this corner, and what is done, I guess. Just check race director. Yeah, Lando's down in 14 now. That's not the best start for McLaren. That's not the start we needed. I've lost a position to the Alpine of Alonso because of the spin, and Lando's just lost so much positions. Sorry for that, we had some technical difficulties that I had to sort out there. Very sorry, but we'll be getting back into the race now. At the end of the race though, I need to go show you what happened in turn 1. This is a very long race, we might be able to make something of it. My personal guess is the safety car will be in this lap. Hopefully we try to get the tires back in, the tires just won't be the same. As we are all over the back of the Alpine of Alonso, we will try to do our best on the safety car restart. As the 2 Mercedes and the 2 Red Bulls hold position, and same with the Ferraris. I'm personally will probably have a long talk with the McLaren team after what happened with me and Lando on lap 1. Hopefully that will never happen with me and a teammate again. Hopefully we can make something to the start of the season now, especially for the constructors.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety
Safety
car
car's
this
in.
lap.
Let's try
Let's
to
make sure those
get
tyres are up to
Alonso.
temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
As we're desperately trying to get some tire temps into the tires. As you can see, the rest of the grid just not. When will Lewis? Oh. So we're completely alongside. Get a good run. It's green flag. We're alongside Fernando Alonso. He's on the soft tires though, so he will be faster. He moves across in front of us. We send one up the inside of Fernando. He fights back. We push him in, and we regain 5th position. As one of the AlphaTauris, I believe Pierre Gasly is now retired from the first race of the season. In a quite dangerous position. I wonder will that be a safety car. Max in the best point of slipstream though of his teammate on the softs as we go wide once again. We are desperately trying to keep up with them quicker cars, because if we get DRS we can just get pulled along into a safe position as we are approaching the fastest corners for this car. The gap at 8/10. We desperately need the slipstream from Max here, otherwise Alonso is just going to have a go at us along the straight. As we are desperately trying to avoid that attack, and we are trying to get in the slipstream of Max Verstappen. We do have quite a fast car in the straight line, as we set the fastest third sector.
2.8 seconds.
As now we are catching Max as he slips away of Perez because the soft tires. As we go deep into turn 1, nearly lose the car. We are fighting this McLaren. It does not feel nice. And now Alonso's under attacking us. We go defensive, play it safe as he fights back towards the hairpin. As our teammate's going slow. What happened again? Something's happened to our teammate.
Lost the position. That's us down a place.
As we fight as Alonso is just fighting us through the corners on them soft tyres. As he makes a bit of wheel contact with us, we nearly lose out to the bit of contact with the Ferrari. Alonso is desperately trying to keep ahead of us. Bit of wheel contact with him there, so I might have received a bit of damage. We do not know. We are pushing to catch up. Oh, Alonso's slow under braking. He spins us around. Alonso has spun us around. As we reverse into one of the cars. Oh, it's a big mess. It's a big mess.
The officials are deploying the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta.
As we just lose the car. Because this is a mess.
Lando is in the pits. Lando in the pits.
Our car is just not turning. That was a mess. This car is just undrivable now. I think we've gotten damage from the first crash. And the car is just... it's not in the right place.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
This has been a very controversial first race of the season. And now is helping the cars out in front pit off their soft tyres with the second safety car. We've had, I think, one lap of racing, 2 safety cars, and we're only going on to lap 7 now. Controversy of the first race at its finest, as we just determined to stay out on our strategy.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
As we get told our tyre condition, but there's something definitely wrong with the car. Whoa, and another big... yes, this car, there's something wrong with the car. I've never had a problem like this in a Formula 1 car before. I have no idea what is happening, as we just feel this car through the track, desperately trying to get back to the pits.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
And this is not looking like a good result for McLaren, and it's definitely not a good reputation to be having on your first race for a new team, and also your first ever race in your career. This is not what we wanted. We had a great qualifying, me and Lando looking great for the race, and had the disastrous as we decide last second there not to pit. I think we might try firm it out with the damage on the mediums, and maybe behind safety car we build some sort of balance with the car. we catch the safety car at the
Okay, let's
perfect
get
time
ready
in
to
there.
go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there is no overtaking until
As
the
now
cue
it's
flags.
back to green
Safety
flag
car
running
in
as
this
we
lap.
get an excellent run as everyone in front of us is on fresh softs, but the Williams is in front of us as we plan to go around the outside. Try follow Lando through. As Lando makes a mistake, he covers us off. We go down the outside. Make him double overtake on the start. As Lando's going to fight back into the hairpin. As we late brake down the inside, not the cleanest move I've ever made. Down the inside of Schumacher, now we're in the P14. As now I just realised we have a 5-second penalty and I do actually not understand how we got that. As Vettel has to brake, under braking there because he went too wide and he had to let off. As the Haas has spun out, I think by itself there, trying to keep close to me, as it's a catastrophe trying to get position on this first lap back. The Haas now is back on its feet, probably going to try, as we make a double overtake, as we are just desperate to try get something, get as much position into this race as we can, as then we get a good run on the Alfa Romeo of Giovinazzi, but then here comes Sebastian Vettel down our inside. We outbrake him. No, he outbrakes us on the bit of contact made, but we get the better of Sebastian. Use a lot of curb there, just trying to desperately catch up to Giovinazzi. Vettel getting very close, causes us to run a bit wide. Our teammate catching up, making a move on Vettel. Was we just not concentrating at all? Run wide. Luckily not getting a penalty or a warning. As now we are catching very, very close up. The Aston Martin with Vettel is just looking very, very strong at the moment. I think we might be making a move if he brakes late. Nope, he braked. If we can get a good exit, we can probably catch him on the straight. Bit of gravel there, but he has no slipstream and we do. We have the fast car in the slipstream. Our straight line speed is way greater than the Alfa Romeos with the Ferrari powertrain. So we go side by side into the turn 1. We get the position as we move up the P11. See, the Red Bull gets pushed wide by Ocon. Ocon defending. Lovely as they go nearly too wide into the fast chicane. Perez just has to sit back into the hairpin as he's just getting defended by Ocon absolutely gratefully. Some fair racing going on there. Here comes Sergio Perez down the inside. He'll have to brake as that's where we gain a lot of time with that, when someone goes for that and they have to brake.
Concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
So he brakes just a little bit lighter and later than Perez, trying to catch up for the main straight. So he brakes super late, trying to catch up. So we run a bit wide there. Keep it on track though. Here, and we have received the DRS for the straight. We might be able to actually get another overtake here with Ocon not having DRS. As we're going to follow Perez through. He just parks the butts in the middle of the apex there. Now our job is to try keep with Perez to drag us along on the softs to try catch up to the other medium runners. Big slide on the exit there. Oh my, we've spun it again. As we are, oh, and our teammate drives into us. As we just lost it on the racing line. And it's not looking good.
Okay, watch your
And
pace.
it's another
You'll be
safety
informed that
car,
the safety
and we
car
have,
is out. There appears to have been an issue
that
with
is,
stopped vehicles on
we were
track.
just pushing the car
Strategy
to
is
the
viable or
absolute
you
limit,
left it.
and that is not what you want to happen, and we have let not just ourselves but the team down.
Copy.
As the damage we had on our wing is just
Lando is coming
become,
in for a stop.
as we quickly swerved into pit lane, as we're going to get held up by our teammate here. That is not what you want, as we're serving a 5-second penalty. New wing, and just everything wrong with this pit stop. You couldn't lose more time, maybe a 10-second penalty, but yeah, that is just this is just a disaster. This may be the worst. That is what, 4 spins this race. This car is just not right. You could, it's almost like the McLaren in real life at the moment. It's just not doing well. It just doesn't have the stable ability at the rear. If I get on the power, I feel like I lose it. It's just not have, I just don't have the confidence now. Like, look, I'm sliding all over the place. I think we might have to do the thing that no driver ever wants to do. Not even halfway into this race, and we've already had possibly the worst race any driver could ever have. Like, look how unstable the car is. We were just pushing so hard, and that spin, and then our teammate crashed into us. We weren't the only person to spin there though. The Haas of Mick Schumacher is also having difficulties through that. This is the worst place to be. Only on our 14th lap behind safety car for the 3rd or 4th time. The only thing we can try to do is, as we nearly collide into the back of Russell there, we can try make it to the end on
Safety car is in this lap.
make it to the end on these hards, which is probably very unlikely.
Up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
So we go fully alongside the inside of George Russell. As we try to look at the car on the exits, that is just not what you want. just doesn't want to do what the driver wants to do. As we send one down the inside, as Russell turns in on us, I couldn't do anything there. I was I know that was a bad move, but we desperately need to start making overtakes. We're gonna go down the inside again, and Russell just leaves us no space.
Nice move.
George Russell just not wanting to leave space twice there, and I was alongside him for the second time. As we are now 2 seconds behind because of that catastrophe of overtakes. As the car is just
Gap behind us is
battling
4.3
me through the
seconds.
decisions of. But the car's battling and scrambling in front is helping us re-catch up. It's the Aston Martin and Sebastian Vettel. There's a yellow flag. Well, as you can see, my teammate has crashed. This is not a good race for McLaren.
Green flag.
As we literally watched the, and it's a big snap into the corner. Oh, this is a disaster for McLaren. Both drivers having issues with the car, as you can clearly see, struggling to make moves, struggling to keep it on track. It's just horrible. The one lap pace of it is alright, but just, I designed this car for race pace, so arguably we should be doing better, but it's just the raceness of this car, like the race pace of it naturally, it's just not there. Because in a race you want your car to be literally on rails lap after lap after lap. This car, it's kind of like what you'd want in quality. It's quite snappy. You can do well probably with a set of softs, but this is just not what we want in the
Okay,
race.
the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS
As
is
we
now
are trying to
online.
catch up to them. Awesome rambling cam, but we're going to go down the inside. Big lock up and a big off. This is just horrible. As the two Aston Martins collide with each other, and we run over front wing after front wing, and he turns into us. Lovely. This is an absolute disaster.
Lando in the pits. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are
As
no
I
plans
think
for a safety
we
car
have
right
to do
now.
the unfortunate
gap
here
for
on
Ferrari
lap
is
17
2.8
of the
seconds.
Emilia Romagna Grand Prix here in Italy. I think we might have to retire the car. It's just undrivable and there's no risk. There's no point risking DNF causing the team and us spending more money on rebuilding. It's just undrivable. And we'll save the engine. We'll get some more upgrades. We'll look deeply into what the problem is here at McLaren, but it's a really disappointing first race, and we're going to retire the car and hopefully strike back harder in the next race, and I'll leave it there.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes. After today's performance, Valtteri Bottas secures the championship lead. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Let's give it to Esteban Ocon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
I'm okay. Thanks, Crofty. So, basically, as we see, a commanding victory for Valtteri Bottas for the first race of the season, guaranteeing 25 points, and Max Verstappen in P2, guaranteeing 18 points, and Lewis Hamilton in P3, both with fastest lap of a 1:18, which is a second faster than Max. What is really shocking for him to still beat. Maybe made an extra pit stop or something, but well, as we look at the standings, you know, constructors, there you go. But before this video is wrapped up, and before we do, I just want to check out the replay, because there's a few incidents I want to see. Lap 1, we'll pause here. What happened? Okay, so he's alongside us here. Well, I didn't realize, but Lando just completely cuts the curb, as that's my racing line, hits me, spins out, and blocks the rest of the field, which left me here. Alright, and then with Max, you see, I've just made a stupid dive bomb here. He uses a lot of steering there though. Wait. Yeah, look, he's defending, because that's the racing line. So he knew I was there. He turns in. He defended but didn't leave any space. Spins me out. And there's your safety car, and then that happened. But then there's a couple more incidents I want to check out. So let's make a lovely move on Alonso. We're pushing. So we're just going through the laps. As we cut that corner, we've no grip because of the gravel, losing time, and then I think Fernando just battles us on the sauce. We're not letting that happen. Oh, is this where I think it happened? He tire bangs us. The Ferrari goes up our inside. We're just battling the car. Oh wait, there was an incident, wait. Sorry, I didn't realize there was an actual incident on this lap. It might have been at the end. So, oh, here it is. I go... Yeah, so I just went up the inside and then we crashed. Yeah, so as I'm looking at this replay now, I'm just like, this is just to make sure, like you did not have to watch this, but I just want to see what happened and I want to show you guys the incident. The first lap was my fault, I can say, but look at this. George like, wait, let me show you guys this now. Like, what am I supposed to do here? So I'm in fully here, and look, I'm on that curb. There's nowhere I could have went at this point, and George can see me at this point, and he still turns in, and I use his mud, and then I have to straighten up because I would have just lost completely. Then here, I'm like, oh wow, okay, we're doing it this way. So I get in a slipstream. I'm here. Look how much later I braked. I'm alongside. I still used as much curve as I could. What does he do? Okay, now you cannot tell me he's not like. If you're saying you can't see me in your mirrors, I don't know, but yeah. And then we just push. I want to see what happened to our teammate though. Wait, so the Alpine made contact with the Aston Martin. He loses it. Oh, are you serious, man? That is just unlucky. Wait, what happened here? Ocon uses a lot of curb, gains out. He just pushes too much, spins it into my teammate. That is unlucky. And then here's the controversial lap. I run so wide there because I just had no grip, and I was just shocked after seeing someone just collide with my teammate. And then you can just see the grab on my tires. I was pushing so much, just trying to keep up with the pack. And here's the lap of disaster. So I go up the inside. So this is what happens. We're right on board with me. So I go up the inside of Vettel. You can see Mick locks his front but still tries to make the corner. And because of that lock up, he lost so much speed that I hit my front tire off his rear wheel, completely spin the car in front of Vettel. Sadly for Vettel, he had nowhere to go and crashes into me. And then the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll just drives into the back of his teammate. Lando goes for his pits. I'm here like, yeah, this car's undrivable. And we just went over there. And then, look at this. This is my fault. He turns out onto the road and I hit him. But that's my fault. And then he attacked me into this corner and nearly spun us out. And that caused me to, yeah. I don't think there's any other incidents now. But that is like a really disappointing race. Yeah. Here's all the incidents if you want to check. Here's the incidents actually. This is just a mess. Like, that was a mess between like 4 teams. There's all the pit stops. Like, look at the amount of pit stops people made. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this first race. What was a disaster, and I hope you found some way to enjoy that race. And we will hopefully be fighting back stronger than ever at Monaco.